Ever feel like life's just, coming at you way too fast and your emotions are all over the place just trying to keep up? Yeah, you're definitely not alone there. So today we're doing a deep dive into emotional management. We've been looking at some great material, including insights from Mastering Emotions for Inner Peace and Joyful Living.
Absolutely. And our goal here really is to give you some tools. We want to look past just defining emotional management and actually pull out some practical strategies. Think of it like finding those key nuggets that can genuinely help you navigate things, make decisions with a bit more calm,
Yeah.
more clarity. Ultimately, live a bit more comfortably, more happily.
Okay, let's get into it. What's really interesting is how sources consistently point to the first step being, maybe surprisingly, to love and respect yourself.
Hmm.
And this isn't just about positive thinking, it's more about quieting that really harsh inner voice, forgiving yourself when you mess up, giving yourself the same kind of care you'd give a friend.
Yeah, recognizing your own worth, basically, even when things go wrong.
Exactly.
And that self-acceptance piece is just fundamental. It really is. If you try to skip that part, well, everything else is harder. Some research even shows how self-compassion can actually buffer your body's stress response. It's like building an emotional foundation, a shield almost.
Mm-hmm. Like an internal safe space.
Right. When you genuinely respect yourself, you're just less likely to get knocked off balance by things happening around you.
Okay, so once you've got that foundation, that sort of inner respect,
Yeah.
what's the next practical thing? The sources suggest we need to practice recognizing your emotions,
Hmm.
which means going beyond just saying, I'm sad or I'm angry. It's about tuning in, noticing those physical signals. Like maybe your heart starts racing when you get anxious.
Or that tension in your shoulders when you're getting
Yeah,
frustrated.
right. It's like doing a quick body scan in the moment.
And this awareness is like an early warning system. It's so vital because catching those signals early, before the emotion really takes hold, gives you a chance to actually do something about it.
Okay, so you can manage it before it manages you.
Exactly. It's proactive, not reactive. You intercept the ripple before it turns into a huge wave.
Yeah.
You know, saves a lot of emotional energy in the long run.
So you recognize the feeling, but what if you need to let it out? How do you do that constructively? The material talks about express your feelings through words. So rather than just bottling it all up inside, which we know isn't great.
Right? That pressure just
Yeah.
builds.
Yeah. It suggests finding a healthy outlet, maybe talking to someone you really trust, a friend, a partner, or even writing things down, like in a journal.
Yes, journaling comes up a lot.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is the difference between just like venting aimlessly and constructively expressing yourself. Journaling specifically seems to help you not just dump the stress, but actually process it,
Yeah.
organize those tangled thoughts. It gives the emotion somewhere constructive to go.
Makes sense, turning vague feelings into something you can actually look at.
Precise.
Okay, but sometimes the feeling itself isn't the core issue, right? It's maybe how we're looking at the situation. The sources suggest we should try changing your perspective. And they offer some really good prompts for this, like asking yourself, okay, if my best friend had this problem, what would I tell them?
That's a good one. Takes you out of your own head for a second.
Or asking, honestly, how much is this really going to matter in 5 years?
Yeah, that perspective shift. It's basically what psychologists call cognitive reappraisal.
Mm,
You're not pretending the feeling isn't there, but you're consciously choosing a different angle to view the situation from. And doing that can seriously dial down the emotional intensity. It shifts your focus from just feeling overwhelmed to maybe seeing solutions, or at least accepting things a bit more calmly.
right. It moves you towards problem solving instead of just being stuck in the emotion.
Exactly. Conserves mental energy too.
Now, something very relevant today. We're swimming in information, aren't we? The sources give a pretty strong warning here. Don't consume too much negative information. It sounds simple, but it's about making a real choice, isn't it? Curating what you let in, maybe less endless scrolling through bad news.
Uh-huh. Or content that just winds you up.
Yeah. And instead, maybe choosing stuff that's actually useful or, inspiring.
It's so important. There's this idea of emotional contagion. Constantly bathing your brain in negativity can actually make you more anxious, more likely to see threats everywhere. So consciously filtering your info diet, it directly protects your headspace, helps you keep a brighter outlook, avoids unnecessary emotional drain. It's like turning down the background noise.
Okay, so we've covered quite a bit here. Self-respect, recognition, expression, perspective, managing input. What's the big takeaway for someone listening, trying to, navigate their own emotional world?
I think the main thing is that emotional management isn't like flipping a switch. It's a skill. And like any skill, It takes practice, ongoing practice. It's definitely a journey, not a destination.
That's a great point. It's continuous. But the benefits are huge, right? When you start using these methods, even small steps, life genuinely tends to feel more peaceful, maybe happier, and that affects everything. Builds stronger relationships, helps you stay resilient, maybe even achieve more sustainable success in whatever you're doing. So, maybe a final thought for everyone listening. Thinking about all these ideas, self-love, tuning into your body, expressing feelings, shifting perspective, managing your news feed, which one of those kind of jumps out at you right now? What's one small thing, just one tiny step you can maybe try this week to practice that specific technique that could be the start of building greater inner peace for yourself?